Hey guys, it is Sarah back at it again, and every time I say that I want to say, damn Daniel, back at it again with them white bands, and then like sashay off, sashay. I just kind of want to like say it, drop that bomb, drop my mic, and then like speed away at as fast as I can, because it's just not something that I should probably repeat ever. But I do. So today I'm going to be talking about things that I think that everybody could kind of use as a reminder for back to school season. Dun dun dun! So this is going to be like a series of tips for the back to school 2K17 season, featuring my new planner, which is real soups cute. I don't know, can you see that? It's got gold. It's gold here. And it looks like a Jennifer Lopez for Kohl's collection duvet cover. So, I like it. I think it's cute, but I buy big planners. Like, this is almost the size of a printer sheet of paper. I buy them this size because I have really large handwriting, and also I have a problem with too many lists in too many places. I like to have everything in one very specific place. I bought this at Marshall's. It was $7.99. It's very pretty, very large, it's very low profile and sleek, and I bought it for this reason. Are you ready? It's an 18-month planner, which is very exciting. It started at the end of June. So these pages are hard to see, my lighting is not great. So you've got your weekly layout, so you've got plenty of room to write things down. And then next to your weekly layout, you've got your notes section, your to-do list, your weekly goals, and your notes, like your reminder notes, which is so handy. Like, it's just so helpful to have all of that space in one place. And I am an absolute lunatic when it comes to writing 10,000 lists on scraps of paper and gum wrappers and just trash, and then losing them and being like, what was I supposed to do? So that's my number one tip. Get you a planner, girl or boy, or he or she or they or it, whatever you would like to call yourself. Rule number 2, keep all of your writing utensils in one place. I don't usually remember, when I'm in a hurry, I don't remember to tuck things neatly back where they belong. So something like this where I can leave it open and everything's not gonna like roll out, I like. So I use a lot of these plastic slider cases for school supplies, or like in this case I have one that I have my makeup brushes in, which is super handy, keeps them from getting all like gunky and like split. And they're very inexpensive. This one was 48 cents. It's from Walmart. It's their brand. It's nothing exciting. My clasp is actually broken, which is really annoying, but I took the tags off, so it's mine now. So that's 2 tips. Keep your stuff together. Know where your things are. Be able to make quick lists at all times. That will save your life. It doesn't matter when you're, like, what year you are in school, or if you're out of school. If you ever talk to someone and they're like, hey, you want to come over? Write that down. If you have to make a phone call, write that down. When you make the phone call, what did they say? Did they say anything specific? Did they give you directions? Did they tell you, you know, you called the wrong person, or call back at this time? If you don't write it down, how do you know? I know some normal people can like remember things. That's not me. My third piece of advice for you is don't be afraid during back to school or new on the job days to ask for people's names. Sit next to someone new. I know this seems like common sense, but you're gonna focus best at the front of the classroom. But you also focus better if you're not sitting next to someone who is your friend already. It kind of forces you to connect with someone else, or just sit in awkward silence, which is, I mean, it's not unlike me. Like, for the entirety of my sociology class last semester, that's what it was. It was just these really awkward silences before and after class where we were like trying to shuffle by each other, or Like, I dropped a pencil on his side of the table and I'm like, don't talk to me, just hand it to me, please. And that makes for really long classes. You should try to befriend or at least familiarize yourself with the people you're around. It makes your quality of life a lot better and it improves theirs as well, unless they don't want to talk to anyone, which is normal and okay too, which is fine, but make the effort. I was in a sorority, not gonna say anything about that. I am not alum, I'm just no longer, and on the first day of classes, they had you wear your shirt with letters so that the whole world, everyone and their grandmother, knew who you belonged to, and so that you had incentive to sit at the front or talk to your professor after class or whatever it was, because you felt like you had someone backing you. So if you need to buddy up with someone in that classroom so that you do what you need to do so that you can sit in the front of the class or talk to your professors or whatever it may be, you do it, homie, because you gotta do what you gotta do. My next tip, so number 4, is don't pay full price for your textbooks. When you're in college, it is so hard sometimes to do all of the life things that you have to do and take the time to find and order and inspect your textbooks from other sources. Sometimes it really is just so much easier to just order them from the school. My advice for you, especially first year students, do not do that. Sidebar, if you don't know where to find your textbook requirements, and this goes for first year students especially, because it is really confusing to find what you need if you've never had to look on these websites before. But I will say that, like, my school uses Blackboard and Canvas and things like that, as well as a school organized system. I don't know if it's the name, I think the name brand of the system is eStorm. I don't know, but there should be your student interface, right, where you can see your financial aid stuff and your schedule. Well, where your schedule is, there should be somewhere in the sidebar or in this sidebar or like in a clicky drop down menu, there should be something about textbooks. And the wonderful thing about textbooks is that once you find out what you need, you can take those ISBN numbers, plug that crap into Google, but my top tip is use slugbooks.com. They will pull, if you give them an ISBN number, they will pull all of the prices that they can find, or like the lowest of the low, and they will plug them all in and they'll be like, here are your options to rent, to buy, and then you can click on the number. Recently, I had to buy this monster. Now, this is a college algebra textbook. I have not yet taken college algebra. I am technically going into my junior year. Y'all, I'm technically a junior, but I took a semester off because I changed majors and my life got really complicated, but I am I'm technically pre-nursing. So I'm a pre-nursing major. I am applying, as of September 16th, I will be applying to several nursing programs to hopefully get into a program of my dreams and do my thing. But in the meantime, I had to find this textbook. I went to my eStorm account, which is like your dashboard for all things student, not class related, but student responsibility related. I went to the textbook link, which happens to be in a drop-down menu in your student center, and found out that for the class that I am scheduled for, they want me to have this college algebra book. It's real cute. I like that hummingbird. It's real cute. This book retailed from the school bookstore for $350. Why? I bought this book for $160. Brand stinking new for a third of the price, or half the price. Like, we'll call it a third. Because I found it on Slugbooks, because I ordered it through AbeBooks, and because I used a coupon code. By the way, AbeBooks runs coupons, usually about 10% off. You can't always use them. They're not applicable on everything, but they make a big difference. Mine knocked off all of my tax, so it's the small things, y'all. Like when you're paying hundreds of dollars for textbooks that you're not gonna look at much more than 10 times in your entire semester. No shame. I'm a coupon clipper and do what I gotta do. So 5th and final is to set up your personal organization system before you start a class. Here's how I do it. So I have a notebook for each. I have a folder for each. I have this here planner, and all of my assignments, all of my to-dos make their way into this monstrosity. And the assignments, like any handouts, go into the folders, and then when I'm done using them or I need to save them for later, I stick them into a binder. So I've got a notebook for my notes, a folder for my immediately necessary items, and then a binder for backstock. So I have everything very organized. Things immediately get hole punched at home, and if I'm not gonna need it in class, I put it in the binder. This way you're not having like loose papers just float around, because like right now I'm in a chemistry class where he hands out like 30 pages worth of notes and packets and like helpful things, and there are at least 4 periodic tables in my freaking backpack right now, and I need 0 of them. And you know what? This could be avoided if I took the extra 10 seconds to hole punch those and shove them in my binder, but instead I get busy and walk away. So knowing how you're going to organize and the tiers of organization that you're going to put into practice makes a huge difference in how you keep up and also how you manage your assignments throughout the semester. I find personally it makes a night and day difference. Those are my top 5 tips for the 2K17 back to school season. I hope that this helps you. As you know, above all else, when you go into this devoted. This is something that matters. This is something you need to do. So don't half-ass it. Make a real effort. Keep trying. Go at it. Don't be afraid to ask questions, especially in college. Like, nobody cares if you ask a stupid question. No one. Half of them are just there because they have attendance points. They're not listening, and if they are, they probably wondered it too. And I know that that's such a cliche thing to say, but it's the truth. A lot of the time, if I don't have the balls to say it, somebody else does it. I'm like, oh, thank goodness someone else asked, because otherwise I wouldn't know, and I'd still be failing and still be floundering, and that's not acceptable. Like, you've got to step up. So I'm sure that this is going to be a great semester, a great school year, and I'm so glad that you guys visited again, or if you're new here, check me out. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. I usually do book videos, and I am kind of a dork. Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for checking me out again. I will see you in the down bar, hopefully. I would love to talk to you in the comments.